Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever. How is everybody doing? I hope is everybody's doing fantastic and enjoying themselves and they having a great day wherever you are. And welcome to another afternoon with me, the Madman, not really Rambo Green Hands. I'm sipping on some water. Cheers. I tell you guys, today has been a crazy and amazing and a mad and a weird day. The temperature in the UK today, just start off the weather, might as well, because it's really happening right now. The weather today in the UK has plummeted. I am not kidding. It was rain. It's like it wanted to rain, but it didn't rain. It snowed instead. But then it had like a really like a stormy sort of situation. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's like literally the temperature is plummeted. It is freezing cold in the UK today. I'm not kidding you guys. It's literally gone so cold. Today is a cold day. I have no idea what the hell's going on. It's literally cold. And thank you guys if you are joining me right now. How's everybody doing? And I hope you're having a fabulous day. And I hope everybody has had a decent day today at least. Because today is the end of the month. And tomorrow, as everybody knows it as, if you're from Jamaica, it's known as Tom Fool Day or All Fools Day. It's pretty much going to be a very bad day tomorrow for those people who like to do pranks. So I'm hoping that no one will be doing any of those because pranks don't lead us to anything good. But on hand, everybody will do what the hell you want, as long as you don't do it to me. Personally, I think pranks are they're interesting, but as long as you do it to the people that are not going to get hurt or anything like that. It's great. Thanks lead to a lot of devastation. But I hope everybody's okay. And thank you so much for the number one, whoever the one person that you are, whoever you are, because I don't know who you are. You are here. And thank you so much for joining me on a Thursday night, the last day of March. And tomorrow is going to be April the 1st. Guys, where has the year gone? It's literally just disappeared on us. I have no idea what's going on. The year has gone down. Hey GT, how you doing, my brother? Wagwan Lion, bless up himself. GT, African greetings, greetings, Rambo Green Hands, all in the chat. Thank you so much, African, for being here. GT, sending us to African. Yeah, man. See, I've always thought the word convenience is to be able to get the things that you need. And I just wanted to talk about how a convenience of anything for me personally is the food industry or something about growing something, how conveniency has created and affected human beings. Because right now in the world, because we've had a pandemic, it really show how dependable as a species of Homo sapiens, we are so dependable on things in the supermarket or at the corner shop or at some aspect close by at reach. And that is what I classify as convenience. But how good really do you think convenience is? Because the pandemic has shown up that convenience ain't as great as you think. How you doing, Lion Crest? How you doing? How's it going? I'm going okay. I'm freezing because it's cold in the UK, Lion man. I'm telling you, Lion Crest, it's freezing over here. It's really, really cold right now. Lion King Lion is saying hello to GT. I'm telling you, man, it's absolutely freezing. I have never seen a temperature to go from a warm climate to an absolute freezing, and it was trying to snow. It ain't snowed in London for about possibly about 5 years, and it was trying to snow today. I'm mad. It's crazy. But yeah, I hope you're doing well and hope your family and everybody, that's whoever you're in the chat as well, those who are in the chat, I hope your family is doing great and you're doing great yourself. And don't forget to hit that like button. It does help this video or my channel or just me to be able to reach great people out there. So thank you so much for being here. Like King Line is saying hello to GT. GT say good, good going African dreaming and you. And Lion Crest is saying hello to African. Lion Crest is saying hello to. Because our African is saying hello to. I am still so tired. I don't know. I'm always tired. I have no idea. Maybe I'm lacking of sleep, and maybe my mind is over processing or overthinking things. Because the topic I had, which is about conveniency, it has been bothering me because we've had a pandemic. It's really showed how we are so dependable on grocery at our supermarket, because a lot of things have changed within the year, and it's really starting to really open up that womb of, like, how dependable are we? How conveniency can come in many different shapes and different sizes. But I want to stick to the one about growing things or having things where you, in terms of food consumption, we are so programmed from your child that, oh, if you want anything, go to the corner shop, go to the supermarket, go to the local butchers. But if you went back, say, approximately maybe 50 to 60 years ago, there was a more people having their own produce at home, or if they had land or if anything like that, they would grow it, or if they knew someone in their community that grew things, they would go there and ask them for stuff. But normally, majority of people were less dependable on the conveniency of things within reach. Because a lot of us literally, at the click of a button or a walk around the road, everything is within reach. So the pandemic happened, a lot of us was locked up. Most of us are not available to go outside. And technically, we're still in a pandemic, but it's a little bit more loose right now, like water, which is, I don't trust anything right now like water. Water can take things in different shapes and sizes. But yeah, it is what it is. We deal with it every day. But we couldn't go anywhere. You could click an order to get things in, but there was, you just literally stuck in that one bubble. You couldn't go outside and do anything. And it really showed how we are so dependable on these things. And when we are extracted from that, it shows how weak human beings really are in the 2022. We're in 2022. So 2022. It really showed how weak we are. Because many years ago, our forefathers, they grew their own produce, so they didn't weren't so dependable on things. They were basically growing everything that they had to consume, or they hunted for it, and they were survival, they were really strong, they were built differently, they had a lot of things that they were surviving on. So everything they were had, their skill level was unmatched, because you had to be on a different level of survival skills. So that is one. Secondly, that they fed their families. They really went out there and tried to feed their families. Thirdly, the weak never made it. So really and truly, convenience to me, I personally, in my opinion, convenience has created weakness within the human beings. I think I was watching a animation many, many years ago that, like, I don't even know what it is. I was watching it, and there were some big people in a spaceship, because what it is, they got lazy and everything they did was press a button and everything got to them. So they didn't even walk to the toilet. They got brought to the toilet. I really need to go and find out what that was. But it really showed how devastating that is to us as human beings. Because once that happened, human beings started to go bigger, larger in weight, and they didn't do a lot of movement, so they're becoming like the muscle were pretty much like jello. So that in that turned the whole society in a kind of slugs. Like they just couldn't do anything. So they be dependent on machines. But if you went back, the fitness level of us are no comparison to our forefathers. We're actually becoming similar to that, because everything is just basically there in front of us. Knowledge is there in front of us. Information is there in front of us. Some of them have to be sat down in a group of people and explain da 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 da. So how great do you think convenience is? Let me have a look in the chat, because I've been yabba dabba da doing, and I haven't stopped chatting, which I'm pretty good at for some reason or the other. Hi, welcome you guys. Arlene, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. God bless to you all. And thank you guys for showing some love. Daddy Vic, thank you so much. How are you doing? I hope everybody's doing well and your family. Sweetie, thank you so much for being here. Glenda, thank you so much for being here. Lynn, thank you so much. Jeneth, thank you so much. Lynn, thank you so much for being here. God bless you, and I hope everybody's doing well. Convenience is always good. Yes, it can be good, GT, but the problem with convenience, it creates a unbalanced, society in itself, or unbalanced human beings. Because, say, for instance, I used to walk 2 miles to work. Then I got a car. I didn't do a lot of walking. So my body now has like, you know, it's not doing the exercise and keeping healthy and fit. So so dependable. When a car breaks down, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna probably have to go back or to take the bus. The bus breaks down. We are so dependent on things that can go faulty. But your legs cannot go faulty unless they're broken. you know. But there is a double-edged sword because convenience is very important with certain things, but we don't want to depend on too much on convenience because once the convenience is disappeared, what are you going to do then? Because now you're in a situation that can you really pick yourself up from losing something and start back from scratch? And that is the thing that I notice a lot of people where we're so dependable on things that we cannot do things by ourselves. We depend on other things. We depend on food from the supermarket instead of growing our own because some people think it's very difficult and don't want to touch the dirt and blah 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 blah. We depend on motor vehicles to get from point A to point B. Then nowadays the new generation won't even go down the road for 5 minutes. They'd rather take the car or the bus to go 2 stops. So the time that they took to wait for that thing to come, they could have made it to the journey and come back. And I'm like, whoa. I was discussing this with someone. I was like, whoa, this generation really is a lost case. My father, or my forefathers, should I say, walked to school. When I was young in Jamaica, walked to school. When I came to this country, I used to walk to school. Tell me now, does anybody children walk to school? I can guarantee that the answer is not a lot of you guys, children, walk to school. You have to drop them off. Let me have a look in the chat because my mouth goes off like a chain or a chainsaw and never stops. Hello. Jennifer is saying hello to everybody. African is saying, y'all don't forget to hit that. Thank you so much, my brother. Please tell them, please convince them to hit that like button and share me out if you can. Thank you so much, Lynn, and everybody from Yazi. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing, my brother? My small my small way of saying thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless to you. Dadovic, I hope you're doing fantastic and I hope your family is doing well. And thank you for showing some love on my live stream. God bless to you. And I will be over yours soon to show you some love. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just gonna just quickly skip through these. Sweetie is just saying thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you very much, everybody. Keisha is saying, Rambo, much love. Thank you so much, Keisha, for being here. Lynn is saying hello. Vanita, greetings, everybody. Thank you, Vanita, for being here. God bless to you. I hope you're doing well, and I've seen you all over the place as usual, and I hope you're doing well and getting ready for that growing season. Thank you so much, Lynn. How am I doing, Dadovic? I am doing okay. I'm a little bit tired as usual, which is nothing new. Anytime I come on live, it seems like I don't get enough sleep. It's like they're water in my bed, but I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking, and I hope you're doing the same. GT is saying hello, Vanita. Keisha Coley is saying Truck Life, much love. Hello, bless up to yourself, Truck Life. I will get down to you in a second. Hope that you're doing well. Hello to Dadovic from GT. Sweetie saying hello to everybody. Thank you. I can never read it because so Teacher P, how you doing? God bless you, Teacher P. How are you doing? Welcome, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you've had a blessed day today on your teaching day. Vanita is saying hello to GT. GT is saying hello to Teacher P. Keisha Coley is saying hello, much love. Hello to Teacher P. And mega love shout out to Teacher P down there. GT is getting hailed up by Teacher P. Mega love shout out to GT from Dadovic. Keisha Cody is saying King Lion, much love. Hello. Teacher P is saying hello. Lots of love to you, Keisha. Mega love shout out to Yezi. I can never pronounce the surname, so I always say Dadovic. It's so much easier for me. Lion Crest is saying hello to Wally. Wally, you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Wally the movie from Lion Crest. Oh my God. It wasn't. Oh, the movie, the one I was talking about, right? Thank you. It must have been something. I've watched so many animation in my life. I am an anime mad. So literally, I tend to fly off the chains because I love anime. Other than garden and sports, I will say my life rolls like anime and garden all on one same level. Anime, garden, and sports all on one same level. I love sports. I'm a sports person. I am a official. I can actually teach sports, but I don't anymore. Hello from the African German is saying hello to DGP and Benita, and welcome Thompson family. God vibes with the Thompson family. God bless to you. Not just a plain greeting. Oh, my bro there. God bless to you. What's up, G? How you doing, guy? Hope you're doing well. Lynn is saying hello to everybody. But hello, everyone in the chat from Vibes with the Thompson family. GT is saying meant. I meant it always. It isn't always my fault. Okay, I got you, GT. I got you. Thank you so much for being for actually clarifying that because I'm telling you, because the way the world is right now, conveniency is only good for those who cannot physically do something. You know, we are neglecting ourselves and becoming quite lazy and dependent on things to be done for us. A click of a button, you can have your whole food delivered to your home. Do you know how advanced that is? Yes, we can have that, but we are we're becoming less dependent on our physical abilities to do something and more dependent on some institutional thing, which can in turn affect us as human beings. Because in this modern life now, we have more disease and we're supposed to be medically advanced in healthcare, more, but we have more disease issues, more chemical uses. The list goes on. So, how really good convenience is. Some things which are convenient for you can disappear just like that overnight. Then what happens to you? African is laughing his head off. Hello, to African from Teacher P. Blessings to Thompson's family from Teacher P. Vibes to the Thompson family is saying hello to Teacher P. Vanita said, no, I drive mine to school. Yeah, I know. Because, okay, yes, it is probably in America is a bit difficult because some places do not have buses and there is a far distance away from school. But if you went back to your, let's say, if your great grandmother or something, they walked to school. But for some reason and somehow, there had to be a combination of like the food was good because most of the food was from home or from a local source where it's grown and they know what was in it, and the physical things that they were doing to make them so strong. Human beings now are weak. I am saying this right now. Human beings right now, we are more weaker than our forefathers. They went through hell. They went through hell, whether it's growing their crops, making their breads, feeding their family, getting a job. It was hell. But when they worked, but they last longer. People in the 80s are looking better than us in our 50s, man. We are becoming dependent on things we should not be dependent on. We're doing less physical work. There's nothing wrong with some physical work. To keep this muscle going, you need physical work. Unless you have you don't have you've had an issue with your body or medical certain things, you should not be unable to physically do something. There's other, get up and like plant something, guys. Stop depending on your local convenience store or supermarket to provide you with everything you have. We are men and females on this earth, male and female. We should be providing things for ourselves. Self-sufficient is difficult, but it's never wrong. It's never wrong. You might not have everything. You might have to take something from someone else, like borrow, buy. Hence, don't borrow, just buy it, or you can trade something, the bartering system. GT saying my child walks to the school bus. Man, I'm telling you, you go to the bus stop and you go to get a bus and you go to school. You know, David, thank you, Corey, thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Growers of the world, what's good? How you doing, my guy? I'm doing well. I hope everybody's doing well as well. We just want to like to talk about how much the world are so dependable in a supermarket or in anything that is called convenience. The human race has become so dependent on technology that we're less dependent on our physicality. Bro, you see the snow? Yes, I did. Not good. I'm telling you, man. Gee, I went down today and I threw some stuff into the compost bin and I put some stuff in the thing, and the foxes have been scraping up my compost again. But it was freezing, freezing. But I got a surprise video coming up soon. I'm gonna hopefully I can get it done to show you guys some amazing things that I didn't show you. I planted them over the winter, and you're gonna be oh damn, doing well. Yeah. David is saying hello to Afrikaan. And GT, TGP say thank you. Lion Crest is getting held up by David or from David. David is getting held up from Bison Thompson family. Afrikaan is saying hello to David. David is saying hello to the Thompson's family. David saying hello to Rambo. Thank you so much, David, for being here. Don't forget to like and share me if you can. Afrikaan is getting held up from Vibes. David is saying hello to Teacher P and Venita. Capricorn is saying hello to the Vibes of the family. Vibes of the Thompson family. Hi. Video saying hello to Capricorn. I'm just trying to get through the chat as well as trying to explain my situation. I am going to drop the link in the chat in a second if anybody wish to come up and have a discussion about it, because there's no point in just having my opinion or my thoughts. It's great to hear from the people that are there listening to me as well, because we're all on this journey about learning about different things and taking knowledge from everybody. So opinion from anybody is great because it's your opinion and it's welcome on this platform. Take the real God out of many. Absolutely. Vanita saying hello to Corey or David. Lion Crest says there's nothing like walking home from school on the last day of school. So many memories that will never be had. I'm telling you, man. When I used to go to school with Lion Crest, even though I had to get up early and stuff like that when I was in Jamaica to go tie up the animals, put them out and stuff, which is a chore. I didn't love it then. I didn't love farming then. And go to school. When I get to my friends and we'd walk and everybody in the neighborhood, we reach everybody, we knock everybody houses and say, hey, hello, are you ready to go to school? And we just chit chat. And we didn't have a care in the world. We picked some fruits on the way to school because it was always there because we're surrounded by fruits in Jamaica at that time. Bro, it was the best thing ever. And if you look at us, I'm almost 36 right now. Those are in their 50s, 40s. The health factors that they have, they're stronger than the ones below me, which are like in the 19s, 19-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and they are not as physically strong. They will have a lot of issues in life because they've not done as much physicality work as we've done. All of us here in this platform, since we were young, we've always done something. Yes, we've had a few cars and stuff like that, kind of make it a little bit easier, but we've had the foundation, which is the hard built, to plant something, to grow something. If you don't use the muscles, you lose them. Absolutely. And this is the thing I want to say, like, if you don't need to drive to somewhere, you can walk to it. We are so dependable on things like machines. Our muscles are just, so you can see why the world is in itself, because we are not using our brain power and our physical power. We're not using half of our power. We're not even using our brains anymore. We're just doing things out of gluttony and greed and all those things. Afrikaan is saying facts. Lion Crest Garden. Absolutely, man. When I used to come, the last day of school, I remember like leaving school. I know for sure I wasn't gonna see my friends. And we used to chit chat and like, yo, it was like the day didn't even end, but it did. It was the greatest feeling to walk home with my friends from school and just walk. And you hear things around you. The nature's there. You just feel great, Welcome, Dan Permaculture. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, bro? Yes, Dan, and welcome to the chat about conveniency and about how conveniently things are just there for us nowadays compared to when it wasn't. Man, how has it affected our human beings, or how has it affected human beings in general now compared to when their forefathers didn't have all of the things so convenient? Things to me, things last longer. Not just the human body. Things last longer in the old days than they do now. Things are like made out of paper. Verena is saying hello to Lion Crest. Lion Crest is saying hello to Venita. Dan Pharmacut. Hello everyone. Much respect, Dan. Thank you so much for being here. God bless to you. Um, so True Farmer Q from GT. Hello, Dan Culture from GT. Hello, Dan from Lion Crest. Dan the man. He is the man with the tropical forest down in his neighborhood down in Florida, harvesting everything except for the only thing he hasn't planted yet is human beings. When he put those bad boys and put some fertilizer and let them grow a little bit, he is the champs of all champs. They be coming over there and like, hey Dan, can I borrow some of that soil so I can put it on my feet so I can grow up a little bit more? That guy has a forest for life, a food for life. He's I better not go. My head's starting to hurt when I think about it because I wanted to come over there and just borrow his back garden for about 2 days. It's feel good. The damn. When are you gonna start to learn how to plant people? Because I'll be first in line because I'm short. I'm just kidding, man. Thank you so much for being here. Blind guy and his wife, their life. Thank you so much for being here. God bless to you. Hey, David from Dan Permaculture. Hey, blind guy. Not just like a bro. I planted my first early potatoes the other day. Had to go to the allotment last night. And out, oh, there's a fly there. Sorry about that. And in the finger crossed, they are okay. They should be okay because it's potatoes. Potatoes are quite hardy, so they can handle the cold or frost or anything right now. So you should be fine. The only problem is that there might be. Hopefully, there's no stunting growth because sometimes when the cold comes in, it does go into sort of like a relaxed mode. So hope fingers crossed it is in the tunnel, so you should be fine in terms of growth. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how that weather plays out. I'm hoping by the next 2 days it doesn't get any colder. But guys, just in case you come in, just hit that like button. It does help out my channel and it does help out what I do on here. Thank you so much for me to grow and reach new people. Um, Vanita saying hello to Dan from a culture and Brian Guy and his wife and their life, which I always get a tongue twist on that, Laquita. Sorry so much about that. Sorry about that. Latasha, welcome. Hey, how are you doing, Rambo? I'm not too bad. I'm doing good. Letitia is saying blessing to everyone in the chat. Keisha Coley is saying, Letitia, much love. Hello, Letitia is saying hello to Keisha. Hey, my sis, that's my little sis there. How you doing? I'm not too bad, sis. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Much love, sis. I hope you're enjoying the weather wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here. I am probably a little bit behind in the chat as always. Nothing new there. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, sir. From David, thank you so much for being here. Hey, Letitia Gordon, thank you so much for being here. You're in traffic. Thank you for being here. Blank. I can't type, but I am listening. So hi to everyone. Even though I can't type your names, thank you so much, Laquita, for being here or for showing some love. And I really appreciate anybody that comes over to here and watch, even if you just pop in and say hi. It's really, really appreciative. I appreciate everybody that is here. Thank you so much. Keisha Colley is saying hello, good vibes, and Dan probably is laughing his head off because I think that was a comment when I said about planting people. Yes, I seriously, Dan, I think you can grow anything. I personally think you can grow anything. And pretty much your back garden is a convenience store, natural convenience store, man. I appreciate seeing all that beauty, man. Thank you for showing how it can be done in a very nice environment. Thank you so much. And Keisha saying, please remember to thumbs up as you enter. Thank you so much. If you can't share me out, please, this stream, please, and thank you. If you can, share me out as well. Thank you so much. That's from Keisha Coley. David saying hello, Letitia, and David saying to Yazi. David, much love. Hello from Keisha. Keisha saying hello to everybody. And David is from I need to slow down a little bit. Letitia is going to say hello to David. And David is saying hello to April. That's my little sis. God bless to her. Keisha is showing some love. It's hot as hell. Really? I hope hell is not as hot as that. I think hell is hotter than that. But yeah, enjoy it, sis, because I am freezing right now. It's really, really cold over here. Keisha saying everyone much love. David is saying 70 in Dallas. 70 in Dallas. What the hoo-ha? Really? Ain't that a bit hot? That's a bit hot. Yeah. So many, many years ago, we all used to grow something. Every single family members that you know, or anybody that had a little bit of land or something, they even if they didn't have a land, they would lease it out and they used to grow something. The reason why I think conveniency does make us as human beings weaker is that there are children these days do not know where their food comes from or what is classified as food. So they only know what they see in the supermarket and they literally don't know anything else. So what is the chance of them surviving in the world if it goes to the pan and fries up into absolute pain? So the world itself right now is going through a sort of a divorce. It's a very, 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 very bad divorce. It's a sort of divorce where things that we were hidden are not coming out. When you go to you're married or something like that. I've never been married myself, but if you're married, and for some reason you come to a counselor, and for some reason you just blast everything out. So the world right now, it's literally in chaos. And it's up to us or the human beings on this earth to reclaim what is ours. Our conveniency has been important to certain things and certain growth, but then we is neglecting our human bodies. We have neglected it to the point where it's never going to be able to fix unless we start today. Stop being so dependably on your local environment. Start to create something for yourself. Start to grow something. Food is health. What you put in your body is very important. Knowing where your food comes from is very important. So, yes, it is hard work. It's never killed anybody. Accidents have happened, but it's a very, very, very important thing to keep your body exercised by doing some hard work. They didn't have gyms if you went back 100 years ago. It literally just hard work. And look how long these World War II veterans of, our great grandmothers, they lived quite a long life. Yes, they were poor. Things were not easy to do, but they got on with it. A perfect example. This is a very good example. In the mornings, in the old days, if you were based in Europe, so you used to get up in the mornings, you maybe have a cow, and for you to get any sort of milk, you would have to get up, clean the udders of the cow, get a little bucket, a little tiny stool, and go, and you would have fresh milk in a bucket to probably have something to eat or make some. Maybe mom would kind of make a cheese if if they had the knowledge of it, but they would have it to drink as a refreshment. Now turn the pages to 2022 to 1986 to 1901. What do? We have now cows which are milked by someone else, and then in turns we buy it in a shop which has created a business. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, there is something wrong with that. Now you have no idea where your food is coming from. Now you're being absolutely lazy. And now we just go and we buy things. So when something goes sick and everybody's like, oh my God, milk is causing this and milk is causing that. Eh, yeah, yeah. You don't know where your milk comes from now anymore, do you? Yes, it is hard work, but now you have no complaints or nowhere leg to stand on because now you cannot have a cow anymore to milk. So you can have it freshly done if you wish to have milk. There's other ways and other means to get milk. There's other plant-based items you can use. Plants are very important to our dietary. Very important. More important than meat. I 100% believe in that. More important, vegetables, fruits and vegetables are more important to your dietary than meat. We're gonna go over that one, but that's my opinion. Don't hurt me for that. Don't scald me in hot water for that. But that's my opinion. Conveniency has created an unbalanced world. Yes, it's great at one point, but what does it create? It does create a negative. There should at least be a balance to some extent. But let me go to the chat and see what everybody's talking about. Blind guy, his wife, and their life is saying much love always. Glad I can chim tune in the bit and add emojis at the start of the lights. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being there. Keisha Colley is saying good vibes. My sister is saying YT. I don't know what that emoji means. Yes, it's so true. Grow something. I have no idea what is in the MOOC either. Yes, you do not, because now you purchase it at the corner shop at the supermarket. But what happens when that is not available? You go to a supermarket and there is no milk. What do you have? What will you do? That is the next thing. Hey, Juba, thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to drop the link in the chat if anybody wishes to pop up. We can discuss this because it's quite important to get a feedback of how other people feel about it. Because in cohesion to what the world is right now, we all should have an opinion about something. Thumbs up, bless up, Juba. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you very much for those who are coming in. As you come in, guys, just hit that like button. It doesn't take much and it does help this platform of mine to grow a little bit. I won't be on here too long tonight because I'm just going to take a chill. Not really. Who knows? Let's see where it goes. It's more important to hear your opinion. I would love to hear from someone. If anybody wants to join me on the platform here, it's amazing for you to do so because we can have a discussion. Um, I asked the child many, 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 many years ago, because I was doing a little bit of teaching work, and I asked the child, "Where does chicken come from?" Do you know what the child told me? Tesco's, a Tesco, which is a supermarket here in the UK. The child told me it comes from Tesco. Do you know how bread is made? No, just, I don't know, sir. I just go to I normally get bread from the corner shop. If everything goes wrong in the world, then how the conveniency of everything changes, doesn't it? The convenience you used to have is not there anymore. Isn't it better to have the opportunity to have both sections of the life? Hey GT, how you doing, my guy? Hey
What's
GT,
up with you, man? How you doing?
what's up? I can't. I think you're muted, or are my things turned down low? Could be my thing turned down low.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, GT, for some reason. Mhm. But you can hear me, right?
Oh man.
Can you hear me? I can hear where you just moved that a little bit just now. Okay, just pop back up in a second. Let me just read the chat and see what's going on. Okay, one love to everyone, each and every one in the house. Bless up to you, Juba. Bless up to you. Let's see if it works now. My guy GT.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the conveniences that we've been afforded with technology
Hmm.
has caused us to not to be the superhumans that we used to be.
Yeah.
Like without Google, a lot of us couldn't spell that great. Yeah. Um, I
I'm
asked my
telling you, man.
son. I asked my son just simple things about food.
Hmm.
In the beginning, when he's about 3 years ago, and he said from the grocery store, and I started growing food, and he actually realized like, oh, you can grow it. So he used to ask me all the time, hey dad, can you grow a banana tree? Dad, can you grow plums? Dad, like when he'll go to the store with his grandmama, he'll come back home, he was like, Dad, I got some spinach. Can you grow spinach? I said, yeah. And I mean, there are great things about the convenience of technology and things like, um, I was asked, my son was saying that his head was hurting, and I
Hmm.
asked him, I said, so what does that mean? He said, I don't know. I was like, let's ask Google, and Google was telling him that he needed more iron, And I was
Mhm.
like, so where you get iron from? He was like, it says on here that I get them from vegetables. I was like, there you go. And so it has some advantages um, that we utilize that are great for us. We're able to communicate because of the convenience of the internet. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so there's some good things about about having convenience that we should take advantage of, but then there are things that make us not as strong as we were once were.
Yeah. Because like I literally find it weird because is we have become as a species of human beings, we are absolutely one of the weakest generation right now. Compared to our fathers or forefathers, we are one of the weakest generation. And you know the thing right now, our head goes. 1 minute you're here, and like then you're not there. There's so much more stress now, literally, about everything. Yes,
Yeah,
which is supposed to be the other way around. We're supposed to have a lot more things to do because of the convenience of everything around us, but we don't. We actually got more stress, which is just breaking us down every single day. And yet we're supposed to be. If things are becoming easier, you turn on the tap these days. There's water. you know, you go to you put the heating on, the toilet's warm. You remember the old days when you had to chop that log and wood, throw it in there and burn it, to keep the whole house warm? No, you don't. You need to just go to a little button and press it, turn it on, and it's on. If you haven't paid the bill, obviously, you ain't gonna get no gas. But just imagine, but those, yes, they were harsher, but it built that human body up so well, as if you survive, by the way, because sometimes those things were so hard, it broke people. But it
yep,
made that generation so tolerant and tough. Like, man, it it's different.
yes,
I-
yes, yes.
But it's a shame because they don't know where anything comes from. And another problem with the convenience store, right, is especially when it comes to vegetables and food, is that they only produce things that a majority of people want to see or eat. Like last week, I was talking about the different coloring system in food. You don't go to the supermarket and find the stuff that you like a local person grows. You're only gonna find like that one tomato which is red, and odd chance you might get a yellow one.
Yes. Yeah, that brings up like I did my son goes to another state during the summertime, and then
Mhm.
at the end of the summer he comes up, and so I harvested carrots, and then he was like, "Dad, why do carrots look like that?" I was like, "Look like what?" He was like, "It's black." I was like, "That means it's full of antioxidants and all that other nutrition." He was like, "Is
Yeah,
it
and a little bit
real?"
of
I
iron
said,
too.
"What?" I was like, "Yeah, it's real. I said it came out the ground." I was like, "If I leave it in the ground, it'll produce seeds, and the seeds they'll turn out the same way." He was
Yep,
like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "It's like a heirloom. It's
yep,
real. It's real food." And
yep.
the same thing with the potatoes. Potatoes, I always thought for a long time that there was only like two or three colored tomatoes until I got into this gardening journey about five
Yeah.
years ago, and I started seeing purple and blue,
Blue
and
and green.
I was just blown away. I mean, when I seen the potatoes, I looked around like I was stealing or something. I was like, "What in the world? What kind of potato is this?" And then I had to
Mutated
sit there
potato.
and read it. Yeah.
There
And
was
then he
even
see,
there's a purple one as well. Like it's literally purple on the outside, purple on the inside.
I just harvested that today.
Yeah,
For
man.
the MIG grow off, I grew that inside, and
Did
I
you
didn't take care.
you did
Like,
a video today? I haven't checked it out yet. I saw that it popped up. You did a video, didn't you?
yeah, I did a video. It just a 3 minute video.
Yeah, I saw that.
But only harvested one potato,
Yeah.
but it's okay. I didn't take care like I was supposed to,
Don't matter.
and
You
then
got something.
it just was too much. I'm on my way to buy a house, so it was like I had, yeah. So
Hey,
it
congrats,
was,
man. Congrats.
yeah. So I have to just, I had to put priorities above my grow. I
Dwelling is
did go
very
out there and
important.
I watered some. I just didn't do everything that I normally would do.
Hmm.
And that's just because, I had other things that I needed to accomplish. But yeah, my son was very, very thrilled. About 5 years ago, I grew some zucchinis, and
Mhm.
he's just used to the green ones, and then he see
Oh,
these ones that are striped and
and
all
then
these other
yellow
things.
ones and stuff.
So he
Yeah, I
was
think there's a
really,
white one as well. There's a whitish color one. I
mm,
think I'm sure if I'm not hallucinating, or maybe I was on hallucinating at the moment. I'm sure there's a sort of like a whitish color type of zucchini. Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, so the convenience of going to the store and actually, you know, having the produce there is cool, but then it's great to be able to have a garden and then show varieties because you're working with your own and you're not going to the convenience store to grab it. So yeah, I really, really love that.
Lion Crest is saying the stress is a choice. It is a choice, but it's up to your mind to be able to choose not to let it affect you. You have to have a strong body and a strong mind to be able to let it go. And you know what? It will pass. But if you
Yes.
haven't got both, because it does take both, because anything that goes in here affects your body. And a lot of people don't realize that like the brain is like the engine. Forget about the heart. The heart is only the circulation of like the keep the flow going. But the brain is where it starts from.
Yep.
Blind guy and his wife is saying, "We can hear you now."
That's Laquita and Corey over there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, indeed. And line crisis and tactics are the corner to stress. Yes. Hey, Bramson, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here.
Right,
I sometimes
good.
I lose track of the chat all the time. It is nothing new for me. Nothing, but it's just a shame though that we can't find a mutual ground where convenience and like knowing things and getting things done works perfectly hand in hand, which we can, but for some reason there is things behind this which we have no control of.
Right.
It's a shame. It's really a shame because we can have both worlds working hand in hand, yin and yang. But it
Yes.
doesn't. There's things behind it, man. I can't talk about it on here. It is. Just to kind of like get it to be functional, but it isn't. Because I'm telling you, some people do not know where nothing comes from. Lion Crest was saying about walking home from school. Like, who the hell's walking home from school these days? I used to love that. That was the moment we catch up to my friends, chit chat, like, what are you gonna do this weekend and what's gonna happen and blah blah. It's because like they jump on the bus and they cause more havoc. I've been on the bus with children. Oh my god, I don't want ever. When school kids are on the bus, man, in the UK, I don't want to be there because they say stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, did I even sound like that when I was a kid? They got some stuff coming at the mouth. They got so much info. I'm like, yo, how you know that?
My son, we had went to my son had some kind of play or some kind of audition or something. I can't remember
Mhm,
what it was. And I was sitting behind these middle age, they was middle school people, and
mhm.
the stuff that was flying out of their mouth. I looked at my wife because I don't play that type of stuff
Nah,
around my son. I don't talk like that around my son.
that's with
And
your
they could say
boys
it
and your
better than
parents.
me.
Not even
I'm
with your
like,
parents.
whoa.
Because obviously
Yeah,
the
it's
convenience
crazy.
and knowledge is so on their plate. The knowledge is there for them now. It's like they could click
Yeah.
on Google and everything is there and they could take anything in. There's nothing you could do to stop that. Too much, man. Ugh.
Yeah. And I remember walking as when I was in elementary school, and I grew up in Georgia. So
Mhm.
we used to have plum trees beside the railroad track.
I've heard about you guys picking plums coming home from school
Mhm.
all the time,
And
eating loads of plums.
they'll be like that. They'll be yellow and red and green, and you take
Yeah.
those, put them in a baggie, maybe put salt or sugar and put them in the freezer. Oh, that was so good. So it was
You
a
try to
lot
do
of,
that now.
huh?
You try to do that, someone might shoot you.
And then they got rid of all of the because I go
No.
back there every once in a while. I don't go to where I was born at
Yeah.
in that section over there because they don't know me and we live
You're
by
gonna have to be
different rules.
explaining your whole
So
situation. Oh, I'm like my dad is that, 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 that.
yeah,
My mom is that. Like, nah, come over. Just go
yeah.
somewhere that no one knows you.
So but they got rid of all the pecan trees and all the fruit that was there, and I just now learned, like probably like a year ago, there was some kind of grain that used to grow there, but I didn't know what it was because I was a child.
Yeah.
But as I started looking at wheat and how to grow it and all that stuff, and I had this recollection of playing with this like weed or grass or whatever, and he had these little like seeds or whatever, and I didn't have the privilege of having the internet, so convenience does serve a purpose in
Yeah.
some aspects. Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't know that actually wheat is a grass.
Okay.
Rice is a type of grass. It's in the grass family. You know, just a little bit of knowledge like that goes a long way. But obviously, you don't really told this in any educational system.
Yep.
You know, Brampton is saying, "I'm lucky to live in such a large area that has a very variety of fruits and vegetables in store." Wow, Brampton, let's switch. Please let us switch. Let's switch because my store, I have to admit, in the UK, you can go to a store at seasonal times. There are some like the purple karabis, there's green karabis, there is white and courgettes, and they have like some green ones and yellow ones. They're starting to do more of that. So they're actually implementing a few different colors in the fruit situation and the vegetables now. Before, no. Standard. It was literally like broccoli was like straight up green. You didn't have the purple ones. Because no one used to have them because no one knew them. So yeah, so now they're starting to show because there is, to me, when you eat vegetables and when you have different colors on your plate, you're getting all the greatness from it. You know, you there's a lot of things in every fruit and vegetable with a dark complexion that makes your body feel great, but we don't realize it because we eat by our eyes. And we obviously, with the convenience factor that we're just told like an apple is red or green. You know, it's more colors to that. So it's a bit of a shame that we're not getting told all these varieties things, which is important. Line Chris is saying, "Hey Brampton." Oh, Tony, and how are you doing? I kind of like slightly behind, which is nothing new. Nothing new at all. Hi Tony, and how you doing? Brampton say, "Hey Q, how's it going?" All things Tony is saying, "Hey everyone." Hey Tony Ann from Brampton. Brampton, get well. Oh, see, I'm too sleepy. It says going well. Just made it home. Bro, sometimes doing a live, man, I was not doing much today. I was just doing a lot of research on projects, man. Should I even say it on here? Nah, I'll just do a video about it. I'll do a video about it. Because I went down to the allotment today and I planted something without letting anybody know what it was. I ain't mentioned nothing to anybody. I just planted it, and it's a winter. It can be grown in winter, and I just saw it starting to produce.
Woo-wee, that's what's up.
Bro, oh my god! I was like, I haven't been there for 2 weeks, bro. In 2 weeks, I was checking. I'm like, damn. I'm like, whoa! I can't wait. I can't wait, man. It's crazy. Liquida, it must be Liquida. Liquida is saying the limited selection in grocery store, which is absolute shambles, which is foolishness. It is so foolish because why limit fruit and vegetable? Should never have a limitation. There should be everything that grows on this earth there. We shouldn't be saying the fruits from Asia. We shouldn't be Asian fruit. It should, or this African fruit, or this Caribbean fruit, or this American fruit. It should be just fruit, and everybody should have a taste of it.
I agree,
100%. And this is how the foolishness of the convenience it creates that boundary and like these barriers that let us not try other food because we've been consuming whatever they put in our dietary for all the years. When you try something different, you're like, oh, what the hell has that been all my life? You know? And it limits you, but we want to change that. We want everybody on here or in the chat, go out and try something. Go grow something. I grew those purple potatoes before. And I'm telling you, amazing. Amazing. And they can cross over sometimes. If you plant two close to each other, they can cross over.
Oh.
Have you ever had an extra pollinator?
Not that I can recall, but I didn't even know that there was indeterminate and determinate potatoes as far as like the growth status. on potatoes. Like some of them don't go down, and some of them only grow up. I was like, what?
Yeah, some of them just grow out of the ground and you gotta keep molding it up.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
some it won't. They only grow down, so you mounting them up, it makes no never mind. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. You have to know. It's because it is a weird one. It is a tuber.
Yeah.
Fun fact, it's actually originated from it's a South American country. Uruguay? Uruguay. I think it's Uruguay. Originally from Uruguay. There's over 1,400 different type of potatoes.
Ooh.
Over 1,000.
Wow.
Over 1,000.
Wow.
You can
That's a
Google
lot.
if you want. Get some knowledge on that. It's over 1,000 different type of. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. If my mind is not slipping, I haven't got the other one to check, but I'm sure it is because there's loads. Let me grab me the phone because I do a lot of research and my head kind of hurts sometimes, which is not a good thing. One second, guys. You know, we type in so fast. Oh, it's wow. Okay, it's originated from Peru, right? There is 4,000 variety.
Wow. And I've only planted 7 different types of potatoes.
Yeah.
And there's 4,000.
4,000. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, let me turn it this way. 4,000 varieties.
Ooh, yep, I seen it. Yep.
4,000. So when we're saying we're planting 1 or 2 or 3, just imagine 4,000
Wow.
different type of tubers. And we ain't even seen 10 in the store at the
We
same
barely
time.
even scratched the surface. We probably hitting on like 2%. Goodness gracious.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. The convenience is
Raptor talking about my potato, I think.
yeah. the loneliest potatoes.
It's all good. Something is better than nothing for sure.
Listen,
For sure.
if I pull up a little nugget like that and I can throw in a little hot water and eat it, it's food. I got energy. Yeah. I gotta take a video of our producer select. Yeah, please do, Brumson, because that would be amazing to show the world how in Canada is doing the stuff. Because sometimes if you look at variety of foods, right, we have to go to a Caribbean shop to see certain things. You gotta go to an Asian store to see a variety of different things. If you're trying to get people into your store, and you're trying to be really convenient, get every type of food in one place.
Yep.
Mix them. Because you know they have like these stupid sections where you got a Caribbean section. In a big store, they have a Caribbean section. And which is a tiny little thing. The whole store should be filled up with everybody's food. Everybody. Should be one place you go to shop, and normally that's the farmer's market, or you're someone that knows very well, which is better because you know what's in it. But if you want to really be a supermarket, that they should change the name to market, let's drop the super because there's no super about it. There's no everything there. Nothing. Sometimes you go to the stuff you want, it's not even there.
Do y'all have a Wally World there?
No, I've never heard of UK having a Wally World.
I'm talking. You know what Wally World is?
No, that just went on my head.
A Walmart.
Oh, we've got Asda, which used to be owned by Walmart. Now it's another company that bought them out.
Oh, okay.
They had the same sort of thing like Asda. Asda was the one, they were owned by Walmart.
Okay.
They came with the logo and everything, yeah. But yeah, I'm because if you didn't have your car now, how many miles would you have to walk?
Oh boy. From one because I'm at another location. I drive from one job to the next job. I do 4 hours at one and then 3.5 at another one. So it would be it's probably like 7 to 14 miles.
So imagine if you didn't have the car and you had to walk it or pedal bike it.
I bike it. Yes, bike it.
How fit would you be?
I will be in great shape. Great shape.
Fittest man on planet Earth.
Now that's what I did in the summertime. I had a job that's 3 miles away. This was before the sickness and everything. Oh, what's good? What's your
What's
farmer
up? What's
do?
up?
So I'm
What's
like, how
up?
you doing?
Still is.
Doing good.
So about 3 to 4 years ago,
Mhm.
I worked at this one place and it was 3 miles away. And every summer, while I worked with him, I would bike that back and forth. And and they would ask me, they was like, does your car not work? I was like, no, my car works. My car works fine. And I would
Precisely, right?
even do it in the rain. I had bought me a little cheap little raincoat, and they was like, why you keep doing it? I was like, how am I supposed to stay healthy if I'm always using my car for everything? They didn't make the car for that. And then
Yeah.
now when my son tells me, oh dad, I want such and such, like sometimes he wants a different type of cookie. So what I would do is I would where's my phone at? I would say let's go to the stove. And he'll get ready to get in the car and I was like, no, let's walk there. He was like, Dad, why
Exactly.
we gonna walk? And it was like, no, let's try it. Let's do it. So he just we would walk and talk and whatever, and then we'll make it there, and then he'll come, and then when we on our way back, he was like, Dad, I don't want to do that no more. I'm like, wow,
But,
you lazy little boy.
but
Goodness.
look how healthy. Look at you. You're way older than your son, and look how healthy you are compared to the young man that's supposed to be running rings around you.
Yeah, he doesn't understand. He
How you
doesn't
doing, Lion Chris? How you
understand.
doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. I'm just tuning in.
What do you got? Your 2 cents. Let's hear it.
Well, I'm just listening. I was saying I was listening, but I'm gonna add to the conversation. I just was listening to GT talk about his kid running circle. Well, he running circle. Well, you say GT's son running circles. Well, no, GT is running circles around his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see a lot of that myself. I see a lot of So at the place that I work at, there's
Yeah.
so I'm an irrigator and I'm 29 years old, and two of the guys that I work with as part of my team is 61 and 63.
Dang.
So, and I mean the average age for irrigators, for people who do irrigation right now,
Mhm.
like 40 to about 47 to 50.
And they have 60. They have 20 years on top of that.
Yeah, like I'm not even kidding. At the DIA conference this year, the Dallas Irrigators Association conference this year, I was the youngest irrigator in that whole building.
Wow.
Wow.
The youngest, that is crazy when you're actually the youngest out of the whole entire business.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but
But you
it's,
see the
it's the way
difference
the
in
world's
fitness,
going.
though, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's a part of life for me because I'm literally outside every day from 3 a.m. to god dog 5 p.m.
Mhm.
Like, so I mean, I don't know no other world, but it wasn't like that when I came into my early adulthood. When I came into my early adulthood, I feel like my generation is the last generation of kids to basically like walk to school, walk home from school, stuff like that. And I can remember distinctly when I got to college, it's like everything started to try to slow down. But what happened was I was like, nah, I'm about to go work at this rock climbing wall. I'm about to go work at this gym. I'm about to get a job. I'm about to go work for Outdoor Adventure. And it's just, I think that the adventurers or seekers mindset is being lost. Like the adventurers or like conquerors, not even conquering and like taking over something, but just like just really just taking that journey. I think that's it's not lost, but it's just fading. It's fading,
Yeah.
bro.
And it's fading fast.
Yeah.
Very fast. That's the problem. And I realized that when you're asking people certain things and they don't, like I was talking to this old man, right? And this old man, he is 86 years old, right?
Right.
And he's complaining to me and telling that one day he was sitting at the bus stop in the UK, right? And this woman only came on the bus just to go one stop, which is literally in the UK. The stops are not very far from each other, right? And he
Yeah.
said that he sat there and he watched her go on the bus. That's why I came up with this thing. I was like, convenience, how dangerously affected us, because the younger generation now, even some of us in our generation, are so lazy. They got one stop. She sat there, waited the bus for 15 minutes. She could have got to the bus stop 10 times and over.
That's
And she
Mm.
ridiculous.
waited.
Yeah,
Or
we
the one where,
spoiled.
and I'm sure you guys
Another
have seen it.
another thing about the convenience of I'm gonna use the internet
Mhm.
is my son when he get on restriction, punishment, whatever you want to call it, consequences for his actions, whatever. I take away what's easy, which is I'm gonna take away electronics. I'm gonna take away the things that give you access. And if you need, don't start trying to ask me questions now that you don't have the internet. You was thinking about it when you had the phone. So now his imagination came back a little bit more. It seemed
Mhm.
like it took away a lot of his ability to think outside of the box. But when he's on that phone, it's or that on his PS4, he doesn't have that imagination. And he had to write sentences and think of stories and stuff like that. Then
Mhm.
that's a form of punishment that I gave him. And it was like he have these elaborate stories. And then I say, "Oh, I'm gonna have to put you in a writing class." So because he has this imagination, I think he has a gift when it comes down to writing, but he
Yeah.
doesn't have the desire. And as long as he has that phone and that the internet access, it hinders him from the things that were because we're here now because of inventions,
Yeah.
and he's not able to tap into that because of that stupid internet. I mean, I love it, but shoot.
Don't
You
get it wrong. I
see,
love it. And
you
I
see,
can't live without the internet.
I mean, you see, the world we live in, it's a beacon, right? The world
Mhm.
itself and everything inside of it, everything that the world consists of is a beacon, right? It emits a certain radiance,
Yeah.
like, and the radiance of the world right now is social media, like
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
things. But yeah, things
Nah, I
that.
was on here. Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
but yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll move real quick.
What's the trouble there?
No, but what I was saying is just like the radiance right now. It's not. So Sajiti's point, right? He was
Mhm.
saying that his son has the innate ability to create, and it's deeper than writing. He has the ability to create, and the world that we live in doesn't get because GT he is one person, right? He's
Yeah.
one person. And he is a beacon within himself, but the world's beacon is always going to outshine one person, whether it's your mother, father, anybody.
Yeah.
So it's like it's almost like you have to have like a side beacon that you can really have a community around because it's like it's a tough fight. It's a really tough fight because I can't even imagine outside of like homeschool communities and living on a piece of land that you could really create any kind of isolation. And even with that, if you're tapped into the world, it's just gonna be tough.
Yeah. It's going to be tough because obviously everybody else is just going to go past you in certain things.
Oh
So
yeah.
right now, for me personally, I think it'd be a nice idea if you could blend a little bit of both because which is going to be hard anyway. There's going to be obviously moments of limitations and stuff like that, but you're going to create a more of a harmony environment for them so they have the opportunity to know how to deal with a situation if it does come up with or without it. Which is a balanced diet. But a lot of
Kind of
us right now,
like compromise to a degree, right? Like
yeah,
you're saying, like instead of just trying to fight the radiance that is the world, we have to kind of like align it with whatever we radiate with, and kind of
mhm,
make it seem like it's the same thing. Because to your point though, like children, they have such a vast imagination, and they're such an open palette that you really could do something like that. It takes effort though, and I mean, a lot of people. Let's be real here. A lot of us adults, we make excuses with our time.
yeah, I do. I'm not gonna let it say I don't. I do.
Like no, like we all do, and like that's why I brought it up because
Yeah.
it's one of those things where that's one of the hardest pills to swallow because realistically, when someone comes up to you and tells you that you have enough time to get to any place that you'd ever want to get to, most people anyway, because not
Yeah.
everyone has the situation to create something better for themselves, but the fact remains, even if you're at a low point, you still have opportunities to execute if you're willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do. Now, that's I'm not trying to like be all preachy, but like, come on now, we got to do things that people aren't trying, like other people ain't trying to do.
No. And that's what we're trying to like do right now as it is. What we're doing in the
Exactly.
community, we're trying to like show them that there's a lot of things you can do and playing with what you have because there's no way you see if without what we're actually in it right now because we're growing outside, yet we having lives. you know? We're using
100%.
what the environment right now we're in. We're planting our own vegetables. We're growing a few crops, even if it isn't enough to feed ourselves for the whole year. We're doing a massive amount of it.
But you're
Feed at
so
least,
right. You're so
yeah,
right.
blend it, man. Why can't we do it? But nowadays, the young children, they don't even want to put their hands in the dirt.
See,
Ask them
my
if they would- Go on, GT.
my son is at an age where I'm one of the biggest influences, and he respects me because of love, not of fear. So if I tell him to do
Oh
something,
man,
he'll give me this face like he's not enthusiastic about it, but I tell him now you got to change your face because that's what I was taught as a youngster. My mama used to say, "No, you don't get to have no attitude. You ain't old enough to have no attitude. I told you what to do. I paid a bill, so you do what I asked you to do." And what Q was talking about, like like Q was saying, my beacon is not going to be as loud as the world because he's influenced by everything that he sees for 8 hours, and that's the people at his school. So, yeah, it's hard to try to close that off and still be a good parent and not hinder them from learning different experiences.
because you know what we're doing right now, right? The things that we're talking about, the things that we're doing right now on being on these social media, right? Do you remember when the television came out, when television studios came out?
Yeah.
Which kind of
Well,
like
I don't
going a
remember
little
when
bit up to.
television came out, but I know what you're saying. So let me
Yeah,
say,
I
can't-
wasn't alive. I wasn't alive, but then when you could look a
Yeah.
little bit and see some stuff like people were kind of weird, like what are these things doing in these boxes and stuff like that, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. Same thing happened in social media. It started to get more influence. Now it's getting bigger and bigger. Where eventually, this is what we're doing right now is going to become the television of the world.
Oh,
No one's
yeah.
going to be on telly because we're literally the heading there right now. And before I go any further, guys, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you, but I'm gonna start to like put it up on the bottom of the stream so you guys can read whatever we're saying. I'm so sorry about it, which is a regular thing over here.
Oh, it's that's how live streaming is, man. I mean, especially once you start having like a really good discussion and things like that. People have a little consideration about it because it's really tough to like interact with a live stream and interact with your co-hosts at the same time.
Absolutely,
and do
especially
it,
if you're doing it by yourself.
Exactly. And you know,
Hang on, but before you go, Q,
okay, yeah,
I didn't know you were 29. I thought you were like 25, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 29. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm 36 next month. Not
Okay,
April, but
okay.
May. Yeah.
okay.
I'll be
yeah.
43 in
You
November.
young thug.
43.
Hey,
But
43
it's
going strong. 43 going strong.
Have you not noticed that these TikTok videos are going viral with it like, oh, if you're looking this good in your 30s or whatever? I'm like, they're starting to look at people that in our age group actually look a lot younger than the young ones these days.
To be honest, bro, like if you were clean shaven, you would look every bit of my age.
I don't shave very often.
But that's the thing too, though. That's why I have a beard, because otherwise, if I shave my face, you already said, oh, you look like 25. Bro, I'm talking about 16, 17. That's what I'm gonna look like.
Do you know what? The last time I shaved myself, I was about 12 years old. No, I literally had a mustache at 12 years old. I did it one time, and my friend said, "Don't you dare ever come back around here with that." you look a little bit like you're buying for the other team. So from then, I've never changed.
I can't grow all that. I can't. My hair doesn't connect like y'all does. Like I can only grow the mustache and the little goatee. That's all I
Just
can
be
grow.
happy
I
you ain't
can't.
got. You know how much treatment goes in this.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Get that oil out, get all the oils and stuff. Oh my god, man! You wake up in the morning, you feel like you know, the scarring pads.
You got to have the oil game right, otherwise the beard just
Yeah.
gonna be patchy because it's gonna just be breaking off everywhere.
Wake up like Chuba.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like this, and honestly, this discussion that we're having, like it's really important because obviously it's important, but it's one of the reasons why it's really important is because this garden community that we have right here, I don't really think that people truly understand what it's doing as a whole. So I'll give y'all an example, just a quick example of what it's doing as a whole. This year compared to last year, and y'all are like, oh, Professor Q and all this stuff, and I do this, I take this seriously, but I will say this, I'm gonna give y'all something. So there's a good grower, there's a good gardener, and then there is a good farmer, and as you go through these ranks, you start to realize the inadequacies of each lower rank as you go through it. So I was a good grower when I came to YouTube, and I'm still a good grower, and I'm transitioning now into a good gardener, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Like my timing, my companion planting, like my understanding of, okay, if this doesn't look good outside, how can I edge it out to make, how can I bring in the next cycle of things to like compensate for the stunted growth? Like there's so many elements to what we're doing, and it's like, in that I gave you a broad example, but I'll give you a straight up example. As many like plant count outside or inside, outside, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Last year I probably had about, in the garden, probably about 27 to 30 plants at most. This year I've already started over 140 seeds. Like, and that being said, like these plants they all have a place. I'm not just randomly starting the seeds, and the influence that I've gotten from this community is just ridiculous, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous.
1 second before I go any further, Keisha Coley, if you want to lose weight, you gotta like eat a very balanced diet. You gotta make sure you exercise, because exercise is the vital thing when you're trying to lose. If you want to lose weight, but have less of the fatty stuff, have more a green and vegetable in your dietary. That could help a lot. But having the exercise is one of the key elements, as well as eating a healthy, round diet. There's no cure for losing weight. There's no, because people do these as exaggerated dietary and forget to change their lifestyle. Losing weight is a lifestyle. It's not just losing weight and just losing weight. You have to change your whole lifestyle, and you have to keep it. You have to not go back, and that is the hardest part, which is up here.
And that's why it's so important that we teach our kids about this, because it needs to become, it's a commitment. Like you said, it's a lifelong commitment, and it needs to not, the easiest way that you could commit to something that is a commitment is to be committed to it, but not feel like it's a commitment.
But I love the fact that you described it in that way when it comes to like
Now, what I
YouTube and
noticed
becoming a
with
gardener
me
or a great farmer.
Oh yeah. What were you saying, GT?
GT, go ahead.
What I've noticed as I got older, as I noticed as I got older, is that when I work out, I have 6 weeks to about a month and a half for my body to start recognizing that I've made a change in my habits. So I drink more water, and I exercise more, and I do it. And I try not to eat past like 7 o'clock. So I've made a conscious effort to try to change certain things about my life. And that helped me with my quote unquote diet.
I used to have a bicycle, but the inner tube is busted, so that's why I haven't been riding a lot at the moment. I've been lazy not fixing it. But I have been walking. So, because I used to ride to work or ride where I need to go. So now I'm walking to work. So I still do that, which is good. I'm still trying to balance. Welcome, Popo. I'm sorry that I kind of like left you guys in the chat a little bit behind. But Q, when it comes to like, this is what a lot of people don't realize. When it comes to like learning how to be a good gardener, good farmer stuff, there is stages in them, and they all include failures. Massive amount of failures. massive amount of failures, but you have up. You see, every time it just being on here this is the best thing I would say. You always have to upskill or acknowledge yourself. When you come into something, you should when you leave or you go on every level, you should have obtained enough to have a very good foundation. And now you know about microorganisms, the pH. When you started, you probably didn't even know a lot of those things, or you had a little bit of it, but you probably know a lot more now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because a lot of people, like myself, I'm learning a lot more. Like I did know about pH, but I didn't take it into knowing what the numbers mean.
I got you. Would you say though that that failure is the catalyst to want to learn?
Absolutely.
Because it's almost like, and this connects back to the children, right? So
yeah.
It's almost like the lack of experience that they have mixed with the fear of failure is the perfect storm for literally not having a reason to learn anything.
Yeah. Because they give up. They're like, oh, I failed. I don't want to do everything again. I'll still go try it again. Last year I had a hell of a lot of problem with my one second. I had a bok choy.
Yeah.
I planned it 3 times and I failed every single time. They voted, or the slug would absolutely annihilate them. I got some seeds. I'm planting it back again this year.
Yep.
I'm not giving up.
And that's the cool thing about it. Like, you're truly passionate about it. Like, you already want to learn, and you go through failure, and it makes you want to learn more. And it's like, that's the thing to be grateful about. I mean, obviously, okay, so I say that's the thing to be grateful about because we do have the convenience right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you trying and you failing is you taking steps to the rest of your life, and it's like, I almost feel like it's gonna align to the point where when that convenience is not there anymore, you're gonna be at the right stage to now still fail, but be at a point to where you're able to fail so less to where you're able to now provide for yourself on a level that convenience provided for you.
Absolutely.
Because when you get to that level, it's like you're going to be beyond the convenience that you were provided before, but the failures that you have is just going to be bringing you back to convenience. And wouldn't that be a beautiful dream, right? I mean, like, you're failing, but your failing literally produces better than what the grocery store would have for you to have.
I grew carrots last season for the first time. And I've had organic, I've bought organic ones from the supermarket, ate them before.
Yeah.
I've eaten more of mine, and I've never bought the organic ones again. My one tastes 10 times better than the organic ones that is in the shop.
Well,
10 times better.
They're imbued with your essence, and I'm not trying to go too deep right now.
No, we don't. But, I understand you. I totally believe in that.
But they definitely, and I feel like if someone else were to eat that carrot, they would feel the essence from you, but not truly like in the sense unless they're truly tapped in on that level, but they would feel something different. They would feel a difference in that carrot, and that difference in that carrot. When you get things from the grocery store, even if it's grown organically, a lot of the times it's not grown with love, and that really does matter.
They're growing in profits and money.
It matters, man. It matters.
It does. Because remember, they're living things. There's always been a saying that if you talk to your plants and you show love to the plant, it will grow better. It's totally 100% fact. If you got too much anger, you got too much hatred in you, your plants tend to don't want to be around you very much. That's why a lot of them die.
100%.
Not saying that you don't overrate it. You could take care of it as best as possible. Sometimes it's the energy around you or the environment it is in terms of the negativity. Plants react to those things.
They do.
People don't believe in it. I totally believe in it. If you have too much hate and anger, it's... But when I tell it to people, I tell people these things, they're like, you a weirdo? On their face says I'm a weirdo, but their mouth says something else.
Well, a plant's roots has exudates. A plant's roots release oils and release different things into the soil to feed the microbes around them. Yeah. Just like our skin releases oils to now feed, and this sounds crazy, but produces oils to feed the good bacteria that are on our skin. And people don't think about that, but the oils that we produce come from the food that we eat. So the food that we eat directly impacts the exudates that are our roots, which is our skin, which attaches to the earth. And it's like, the thing about that is, it's like that it blows my mind to think about it like this though, because it's like you know, our spirit has an exudate as well. And it's like when your spirit exudes that positivity, that love, the
Yeah.
kindness, like the charity, or your spirit exudes all that. I'll tell you what, ever since I've been a beginner grower, like
Yeah.
when I didn't know nothing about growing plants, I had success from the start. And it was because of that. I'll be 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah, go on. Hey, Arlene. Sorry, guys. I haven't really been saying much to you guys, but I'm putting your message along there. But I totally understand that you're here. And thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate everything you are doing. Benita said, true. I put more limits on the screen time, and now I'm having them do more hands project on with me. Arlene is just laughing her head off. I don't know what the joke was, but I'm sure it was funny because you can't laugh. It wasn't funny. Arlene, thank you so much for being here. Much love to you. Um, Keisha is saying everywhere I go, pure driving, small amount of walking. Yeah,
Shoot, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna close my screen 1 second and be right
yeah.
back
Go
because
on,
I have
dude.
to see who's at the door.
Yeah, go on, go on. I'll see you in a second. But yeah, guys, it's really important to make sure you kind of like think about how convenience C can affect your life in a positive way rather than a negative way. Because convenience could be a double-edged sword because you can really change your life or it can affect it in a way where you're not going to have much from your life. Because it's important to have us use our body more of a positive thing because your body reacts to positive things. Your body likes to move. It doesn't like to be slouched. Have you ever seen someone just sit down and they're not very healthy if they just sit down and don't do nothing? Your body is a machine. It needs to continuously work. So if you, because of conveniency around us right now in terms of growing our own vegetables and having the car, walk a lot, or we don't literally do as much physical things. We're doing less. We're getting even robots to do the jobs for us. So how much of our body and engine are we using anymore? Which is so sad. Go on, Ipamiki. You were saying something just before the doorbell.
No, I was just saying that our spirit, our spirit exudes that positivity that we're looking for to like produce good results. And yeah, like I've had success since I've started growing things. That's not to say that I haven't had many failures along the way.
Man.
But when it comes down to it, when we're at the finish line of whatever it is that we're growing, I've always had something to show for it. Now,
absolutely.
And I think, I think that the positivity has something to do with that, but I also think that, the care, you know what I mean? You have to, if you care about anything, truly care about anything, a human, a plant, an animal, care about anything, and it's truly coming from the depths of your spirit, from the depths of your heart, you're going to find a way. You're going to find a way, like it's just what it is.
There's nothing, and the funniest thing about it, like every single person in this whole world, how they talk about hunger factors and hunger, the world is hungry. If every person grew something in their home, there will be no hunger on this planet.
Oh, yeah.
Not one bit.
None.
If 4 billion can grow half the stuff that they consume, the rest of it will feed the other half, and maybe the other half if the planet exploded in population. We have enough.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's frustrating when I watch some stuff and I'm like, I punch myself in the face. Like, I wish I had the power to kind of stop a lot of it, but I don't, and I never will.
Well,
But I'm trying my best to do much more of
honestly,
it.
bro, honestly, so the ratio for like farmers / growers to people who don't do any of that is way off, like you're saying. And like, if everybody did a little something, that would be crazy. Like, it would instantly be done. But all that I'm asking for is one person growing for every 500 people.
Yeah.
Like, that would be massive. Like, that would be insane because now we're all shouldering the load together.
Yeah. And we're a piece of a puzzle.
Yeah.
we're
I wonder
all
how
a
many.
piece
I
of a
wonder
puzzle.
how many farmers that would be if you did like. I mean, I guess the world's population is like 7-8 billion now, and you divided that by 500. How many farmers would that be?
Let's get it. The calculator on my phone might blow up. Let me try to work it out. Okay, so 8 billion. That's 800 million.
So that's 9 zeros.
9 zeros.
Wait, that's 10. That's 12 zeros. That's billion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Billion. A
So-
million is 6.
So
a billion is
100. Yeah.
9.
Yeah, but just type. You got it. You can.
1,000
You
million.
got it. You got. So how much would it be?
So divided by 500, if the phone ever works because it's broken, you would have 16 million farmers.
And that sounds like a big number, but realistically, that's not
No.
That's not a huge
No.
number.
That's the population of, like, say, Venezuela or something like that, or it's not even half of the population of the UK.
Exactly. You just so here's the plan. We get a continent and we section off of half the continent and put 16 million farmers on the. No, I'm just.
Listen, we'll all be locked up.
we the new Australia, but we farmers over here.
Yeah, growing the stuff that we stop depending on the convenience factors and
Bro,
oil.
we would get invaded so fast. It would be too much happiness over there. It would be way too much happiness over there going
They'd be
on.
like, wait a minute.
we put them in prison. We put them in prison, and they having too much fun over there.
Exactly. But it can be achieved. That's the thing. I always find it weird. Like, a lot of things in the world can be achieved, and there can be a balance. But unfortunately, we are so dragged into the negative things that we forget the positive things that are rare. And a lot of the answers to our questions are right in front of us, and most times it's right in front of us. It's always been there, but we've already looked the other way because we're more attracted to the other thing that's going over there. Divide us. They divide our mindset, which is so sad. And then tell us, oh, you have to do this. Like, we gotta go to a supermarket right now to buy our food, which is great.
I mean, what is the and we're so what would you equate? Let me figure out how to ask this. The bait that is in bait and switch, right?
Mhm.
The bait is always gone for because it solves the problem instantly, right?
Yeah.
So if the bait perceivedly solves the problem instantly, it's just gonna be. How do you rewire somebody to not look at bait and be like, that is like juicy? It's like I go fishing at these ponds and I catch fish. Like, so if that's the natural response to these like creatures in nature, then like how do you know what I'm saying?
Why would you change it? Why would you change it? If it's working, why would you change it?
Well, it's almost like you have to like be like positive with the bait. It's like you gotta like put gardening in front of people as something it's not, but it really is, and like lure them to it. But that's deception, and deception is not of positivity. Deception is of
a negative.
Exactly, and it's like that, and it's just tough for me because when you do a lot of these like long form conversations, you come to the not conclusion, but you come to like a summation that negativity is almost stronger than positivity.
Yeah.
It I don't know, like I can't say that for sure, but it's hard not to believe that sometimes.
It is so sad though that the world is like where it is right now.
Yeah.
Where it's like we are so dependent. But the pandemic that happened, it really opened our eyes to another, like how we really kind of like let everything go. Like, we are so, and it makes what a grace for me personally. Like if it's a convenience for me to achieve something, then it's great. If it's something I love, but if it's a convenient that I have to always go back to that, now I'm dependent on that for my life.
Oh yeah.
And that is the thing that I want to say to people. Like, we don't want to always be putting our dependency on a place or a thing. You should have so many other things that we can look and grab something good from.
Oh yeah.
You can get it from there. You can get it from there. Eventually, the only thing I'll say with, like, for example, like the supermarkets as an example, it's like certain things we cannot create ourselves. We can get it there. Certain things we cannot create by ourselves. We can get it there, and that's how it should have been. It's things that we cannot create. We can go to there, and it makes our lives better. But now we're going there literally for everything.
I think that it started out like you said, and then it transitioned to what it is now. Because it's like, because I was listening to the live earlier before I joined, and y'all were talking about how people produce most of the stuff for themselves or went to somebody who grew stuff.
Yeah.
And like, basically during that period of time, that's when the grocery store was a blessing for the world, because basically certain things require certain conditions that we as non-commercial people could not achieve to produce it in mass. Now, what they did was they kind of pay because analytics has always been around. Let's be real about it. Like it's not just Google Analytics. Analytics has always been here. It's just their analytics is now available to the common man now, right? I mean, like, so these grocery stores back in the early days, they had the analytics because they were watching people and actually taking notes on it. So like over time, like they're sitting here taking notes and they're like, oh, we're noticing that they don't grow golden beets anymore. Oh, we're noticing that they don't grow this anymore. They don't grow that anymore. So they'll find a compromise product to that. They won't grow the specialty item. They'll grow like the most bland of that particular thing ever. Because what do we want? We want familiarity. So it's like, oh, we can't grow this no more, guys. So let's just go to the grocery store and get it. And before long, 50 years later, it is what it is now.
Yeah, you pretty much like you go to a farmer and some farmers.
Mama?
Yeah, some farmers will literally grow like a variety for themselves, but then when it comes to like the selling factors, they will grow whatever the supermarket requires them to grow. Exactly. And that is the chain that is really important to break, is the fact that the farmer really should be the one deciding what he's gonna grow for his community, and do like a little survey and I'll go and ask everybody in your neighborhood, what would you like me to grow this year? You know, drop like half an acre for that, you know, you cut it out and you will realize how much food you can supply to people.
You know, to your example, bro, I was talking to one of my neighbors just two days ago or so, and they said, and we were just having a conversation, not even about gardening, and it somehow veered into the direction of gardening because you're talking to Farmer Q, so it's gonna veer into that direction. It's gonna end up there. Always. Exactly. So one thing that person said, they said that.
Hey, Audrey. Sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier.
What's up, Audrey? How you doing? But they said that basically broccolini to them tastes better than broccoli. And you know, when they said that, it made me think. I was like, you know, I've never grown broccolini before, but it's not something that's even caught my interest. And we get so caught up. Myself. Well, yeah, we get because gardening is such a niche thing right nowadays that basically we get lost in our own sauce a lot of the times because we're not connected to the market no more. Nope. So it's like we don't sit here and think about, oh, like Susan over here really loves cucumbers. Joe over here really loves okra. You know, we're not thinking like that. We're thinking about, oh, we're going on Baker Creek and we're literally being marketed to by a big farmer to make us think that we're farmers. Yeah. Like, and I'm not trying to put us down by any means, but it's like we gotta change our mind in a certain degree. Like the seed trading, this like the bartering among seeds amongst each other, like. And I'll tell you this right now in this chat, and like it's not a whole ton of people in here, so I'll say this real quick, and I want to elaborate on it, but I think you'll be interested in this. So, I'm in my pepper bed this year. I'm planting 3 different varieties of peppers, not 4. My pinky trying to come up, but 3 different varieties of peppers.
Knowing farmers, I'm sure you're gonna find a 4th, bro. I bet when you find a 4th, pick it somewhere else.
Yeah. But basically, I put them all in the same 4x4 bed, and I'm intentionally mixing those 3 genetics together because I'm gonna start a trial process where I send you free seeds. I don't care if I gotta pay $50 to send you the seeds. I'll send you free seeds. I'll send blah 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 free seeds, and we're all gonna be testers. We're all gonna be testers. We might plant one. You might plant 1 plant of this. You know, like guy over here might plant 12 plants of this. But we're just basically getting together and we're gonna compare our notes. And I'm gonna be planting the most of it because I'm gonna only plant those peppers. Like that's only the pepper that I'm gonna grow from then on out.
So because I'm trying to produce like a heirloom eventually of that one
pepper, and I think it's important that more of us start doing things like this because these companies,
you know that, right?
Well, nature does it. We're just advancing. We're just pushing forward what nature's already going to do because these plants in our gardens don't grow there naturally. So we're trying to create a natural environment for those plants and then push those genetics. But what I will say about that is like, yo, these seed companies if you have not noticed yet, the first thing that they will tell you about these dang seeds is, oh, to create an heirloom, it is the hardest thing in the world to do. And they may not be lying, but I think that they are like putting a little extra sauce on that hardness. You know what I'm saying? Like it is difficult. It takes time. It takes effort. But anything in life that's worth it does.
Absolutely. Before we go any further, Andel was saying, "Hello, nephew."
What's up? What's up, TT? How you doing? That sauce.
But you see the funniest thing about it, like these companies like to get the grips on us where we are so tied into what they say that we forget that nature itself does it there, right there, and we've seen it. It's happening. If you plant if you plant something next to a orange plant and you have lots of pollinators around, there's bound to be pollen from that orange that's gonna fall into that plant that you because they're gonna go one jump, they're gonna go around getting nectar from everywhere. It's bound to happen naturally.
One
You're
hundred
gonna have a
percent.
different flavor. I planted yeah, I think I mentioned it somewhere along the chat. I planted was it what's it called again? Money, cash money tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Half on one tree, one half of it was green, one was red. I had half of that tree was evergreen, and half of it was normal
So
money.
like one half of it. I mean, if you took one of the green ones and like forcefully ripened it, it probably would get red. But like one,
It never ripe.
so it literally grew as a green tomato on one side.
Yeah,
like
it's called
like a
evergreen
like a
tomato.
fried like what you use for fried green tomatoes. Like it grew
Yeah.
that on one side, and then
Yeah.
it grew like your tomato sauce tomatoes on the other
I
side.
kid you not. I left it in the tray thinking, what's going on? Is it mutated? And the weirdest thing about it is that the fact that it lasted longer than the one which were red. For months. Did you put it in the fridge? Nothing. I had it on the table for months. I figured this is weird. And I cut it off for months and it tasted so good.
So
I
it was
thought
like it was
crazy.
just ripened green. It was literally just ripened green.
Yeah, it's called an evergreen. I had to do an investigation. It's called an evergreen tomato. Just never turned ripe. It's green. It's like
Well,
this is
well,
weird.
yeah, I know that they have green tomato varieties that never turn another color. They ripen green.
Yeah.
But what's so significant and astonishing about the tomato that you had, it literally was like straight down the middle, like Great Divide type stuff. Like
I've never seen it, man. I tell you, you know when you think that you've been watching too much Simpsons, because I straight away thought, you know,
The
remember
tobacco?
tobacco, straight away. I said, what the hell is happening? Because you think, nah, something's not right. I fertilized it correctly. What the hell did I put in there? Did I put too much of this? I'm thinking, no, but I didn't do nothing that was not out of the ordinary to it, and it just happened. So somewhere along the line, some pollinators have pollinated it from another one. It had this only option. The only thing I could think about. I couldn't think of anything else. I kid you not, and I didn't like graft it. It was literally seeds. I bought the seeds.
That's crazy, man. That is
I don't want to say
crazy.
anything, but and
Shoot.
that is the weird. I didn't even. I left them because I thought it was weird. I kept them, and I left them there because I didn't eat them. Because I'm thinking if I eat this, I might die because it's weird.
That you're like, I don't know. So I mean, okay, that sounds. It's like, oh, some people would hear that and be like, oh, that sounds funny. Though tomatoes be good, but no, like tomatoes, eggplants, tobacco, a few other plant varieties are descendants from the what is
Nightshade
it called?
family.
Nightshade, the original nightshade, the original nightshade, which is highly poisonous.
Poisonous?
I'm talking. Well, the thing about it is that original nightshade plant that was highly poisonous. This plant was so okay. If you could have a seed of this plant, it would be kind of cool for genetics because this
Yeah,
plant
just
was
don't
so epic. Like, okay,
Cyanide.
if a caterpillar started eating one of its leaves, it would go.
Dead.
It would basically draw its chemicals back into its stem lab, like the stem of the plant, the lab inside the stem. Reconstruct the chemical formulation, put it back into the leaves, and then if the caterpillar kept eating the leaf, it died. That's how crazy these plants were, bro. Like,
Man, I've looked into them, man. I used to see how watermelon started and how, man, it's deep. See
oh yeah.
how far.
Why does everybody
we've
want to
come
ring my doorbell today? Like, what's going on, man?
along.
Hey, 1 second, I'll be right back.
No problem. Yeah, how you doing? OGG and C own garden grocery. How you doing? How you doing? Blessings, peace and blessings and Rambo Green Hands, Farmer Q and Soil Family. God bless you. Bless up to you, Vanita. There's a lot of people in the chat. I'm so sorry that I haven't said welcome to you guys, but welcome. Thank you guys for being here. You know when the conversation goes, my brain goes, and the focus is so deep in the conversation. I love it, man. You gotta love farming. You gotta love this. I don't care where you are or what you're doing. If you are doing something without love, and if you're doing something that it becomes a chore, I think you want to reconsider it. Nothing you do that you love is a chore. you do something because you love it, you have grace and beauty, and you feel so good to get up every morning and do this that. You will you will be so surprised to get up every morning and walk into work and want to be there. I'm telling you, man, love what you do and do what you love.
Hey, I ain't hear the before that, but I agree with what I just heard there. Hey, but what I will say is I gotta get going because I'm gonna be live here with Broke in a few minutes because I gotta
Oh,
do the whole
what time is that?
MIG
What
thing.
time?
It's at 6:30
6:30. So 15 minutes.
Eastern, so in 15 minutes.
It's
And I normally
almost 12
I normally wouldn't even talk about another live in a live, but I'm just telling you why I'm leaving.
Yeah, no, that's cool, bro. Here is a no judgment zone. You're welcome to drop that. That's cool. And what time is it? What time will be here? Because it's
So
15 past 11 now.
yeah, it'll just whatever time it is that now, it'll be 15 minutes from now.
Okay, cool. Because I am in at 2 hours time, so I'll at least come over there and do a half an hour with you guys.
Okay, cool.
Because it's almost 12 o'clock here.
Well, and we kind of know that because our buddy Turf Therapy, like the other MIG guy,
And he's
he
in
literally
Germany.
he's in Germany. So like
Yeah.
when I see you during daylight hours doing this, I'm like, bro, that's passion, bro.
It's crazy. I love it. I never used to love it though, Q. That's the funniest thing about it. I never used to love it. I literally used to hate it because when I was born in Jamaica, I used to tell you, go sweep out the pig pen, go tie out the goats. You know, it used to be a chore.
Yeah. Now it's endearing. Now it's come back full circle.
Full circle, bro. And now I see the knowledge that I've obtained. I don't forget any of those things. I don't forget how to cut a yam. I don't forget how to plant a yam. I don't forget how to do the sheen because I used to do all of that. Big cocoa, coffee, oranges, we had it all. Literally.
Man, that's
right there.
amazing. That's amazing. And hey, like shoot, you make
Gotta go.
hey just no. I'm cool with that. I know I gotta go, but you got me fired up because just recently, you remember when I was talking about tactics is the counter to stress?
Yeah.
I truly do believe that. Obviously, there are things in life that you encounter that you can't account for. But what I will say is like, just a straight up example, like I wake up at 3 in the morning for the purpose of, because I work a full time job. I wake
Yeah.
up at 3 in the morning because I want 3 hours in the morning before I go to work to get anything that I need to have done. And I hold
Yeah.
I hold a cold to myself. This morning, I shoveled a yard of compost to the backyard at 3 a.m. A yard.
Damn, that's
Like-
awful.
So I also edited a whole video this morning, put the music on it and everything. And this was in 3 hours. And I was like, and do you know what that made me feel like? Like, that made me feel so good because I got everything that I wanted to have accomplished for the day before the day even started.
Mhm.
And that's what I mean.
Before you finish that statement, if you don't believe in religion, if you don't believe in the Bible, that's fine. But I think there is a statement in the Bible that says those who sleep too long of an hour, don't sleep much, achieve greatness. There's
Bro,
something
and I'll tell you
came
what,
across
man,
that.
like
came
I
across
sleep
that.
on average 4 to 6 hours a night. That's my average.
If I get 6, I'm lucky.
Exactly, bro. Like, we're destined for it together. We got to keep pushing this thing. We got to stay in this community and keep it growing
those
and
people
going.
become successful. People that have
Yes,
less
bro.
sleep and actually not just less sleep for not doing something, but less sleep and doing something.
Exactly,
Great.
exactly. Bro, like, you gave me a word today. And yes, I do believe in God. I am a Christian. Yes, you gave me a word today, bro.
I'm not a religious person, but I totally believe in God. 100% believe in God. God is everything to me.
Well, you know, hey, I wish I could stay longer, but I'm about to head out. I got to do some prep before I head
I'm
over
gonna
to the other live.
I'm gonna run through the chat a little bit with everybody, and we're gonna do a closure
Hey,
in the next
but
12
I'm
minutes.
gonna start coming up on your live whenever you drop the link. If I can come up, I'm gonna come up because I'm
Whenever you're here, bro, you're welcome.
Hey,
You're welcome.
hey,
You're welcome.
I love it.
100%,
Hey, much love to everybody. I'll see y'all later.
Take it easy, Pharmacy. God bless, man. Stay
You
blessed.
too, brother
See you later,
Rambo.
man. Take it easy, bro. Hey guys, how you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. What an amazing person PharmaQ is, and thank you. And I know I have been literally not paying attention to the chat, but let me just go quickly and read through this. The conversation we having, man, is so beautiful, and I'm grateful enough to have amazing people come through here on Dell, GT, G Mama, and everybody else. If I haven't said your name, I know you're there. You guys are amazing, and I totally believe that you people here that I've met on this place, you guys are amazing. You have no idea how amazing you are to me because I learn a lot from each and every one of you. Even if you don't have a channel, You guys are amazing. And I just really wish the whole world were like you guys. How you are in here is beautiful. And I think everybody in the world could learn from us here as a community that we're here. We're supporting each other and we're learning to grow from each other and we're building an amazing structure of life. And this is how it's supposed to be. Everybody should be welcome on this platform or in this community about growing and thinking about growing things for ourselves. Life is not exactly s- straight, but you're gonna have those moments of dips and dabs. But you will just keep going. I believe you will fail a million times to have success. You will be only truly successful once in your life. You never be more than once. Success comes once. You will have 1,000 failures before that one moment of success, and you never know when it's coming. So just keep going, keep perceiving everything. Let me just quickly go to the chat and say hello to everybody because I know I've been rambling on and I've been enjoying the conversation with Farmer Q and GT, and I'm still rambling on. I don't know why I'm even doing it, but I can't help myself, man. I just love it. Love and a passion about it. I really, really find it. I love humans. I love humans. I love the planet. And it's a sad thing that is the world is where it is. But we have to live with it. We have to keep positive and push through to it. G Mama saying not yet. But I'm on my plant. It's on my plant list. Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here and put up the do not disturb from Q. GT had a lot of visitors. Yes, hey GT from Andel. Thank you so much for being here, Andel. You are amazing. Absolutely, I loved your thing the other day. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was amazing, and congratulations, Andel. You are a fantastic, amazing human being. God bless to you. I've been planning and praying over these plans all day. Please, prayer. I don't. You. We have to pray even if we're not a very religious person, prayers, there has to be a God. There is a God. G Mama from OGG is saying, I just purchased 2 stem and a few minutes ago. Wow, a few minutes ago. Wow. Pound at a pound, is a pound in like, oh yeah, that's weight. In was it Kansas City? Not sure exactly. The final I need to watch GT videos about the potato harvest. I need to go check that out before I go sleep tonight. I have to. And I G Mom was saying, I hope they go well. GT saying, wow, accomplished. Damn, that is amazing, man. GT, God bless to you. I did try. I did trial and error. I got him by trial and error. Absolutely, you have to. There's things that I grown this year I've never grew before. And I can't wait to show you a video, man. I really need to get out there, but the weather was so cold today I couldn't get a chance. My battery was running low and I'm dying. I just needed to wanted the video. I really wanted to video it because I was so proud of myself because I was achieved something I never knew that I would grow. I planted this subject and I'm thinking, oh yeah, come on. I was like, oh, you have no man. My smile couldn't get any wider, man. I'm telling you, oh, it was like it was heaven on earth to see something that I put a little tiny seed in the ground and where it's right now. And the best thing about it, you can grow them in winter. You can grow in winter. Come on, you can grow in winter. I know I've gone way past the subject. I've gone over the other moon and back. I've probably flown off the planet many times. I like you also, Rambo Green Hands. I have enjoyed your channel from the first view. Thank you so much, Audrey. You are always welcome. Thank you so much for the amazing support that I get from you guys. I really and truly appreciate it. Keisha, God bless you. You are amazing, amazing young lady. You are just amazing and beautiful at all times. Thank you so much for being here. You hyped? Yeah, I am so hyped and pumped, man. GT, seriously hyped up. Man, this community is beautiful. This community is beautiful. I'm telling you. When I didn't want to do lives. Not gonna say that I don't like to talk. I love talking. I was scared, and someone said to me like, "Why don't you do lives?" Because I never wanted to do any lives, and I'm here. Like, I was kind of scared to do lives, but look how far I've come, and to get to meet amazing people. Every single person. I appreciate everybody that is here, that is showing love. You guys are amazing. You have no idea. Trust me on that. I hope you guys just make sure you keep your amazingness and just go through this. We're all going through a rough moments in life. We're all going through the times that we are struggling. We're all struggling in our own ways, but keep the faith. Every time you struggle is to open your eyes to greatness that's around the corner. Do not think failure is a factor of life. It is a principle. It's like a building block. It is something that's there for you to make improvements, to make lessons, to make drastic changes to your life so you can go out and shine. Conveniences are great in the world, but unfortunately, don't let the convenience stop you from shining. You can have the best of both worlds. You can have the convenience and the hard work in hand to successful achieving your goals in this world. We are all amazing. Human beings are all amazing. Every single one of us on this earth, we are all amazing. Do not let anybody, any person that has financial power, the people around you which are negative, break your greatness. Every single last human being right now on this earth are great. We just need to work together. The planet is literally dying and we have to work together to fix it. The day we all work together, there is so much negativity that would disappear. The fact that we are here communicating right now shows there's so much love in the world, but there's a lot of negativity that is impacting the love that we have here on this earth. The world is ours. Make it. Do not break it. I'm just going to quickly go through the chat and just read a few more. And then I'm going to head out. I'm just going to try to make it in about approximately 3 minutes. My lovely, amazing people. I will be saying goodbye, but I'll be over. Farmer Q and Broke Farmer to show some love, man. You guys, man, God bless you guys. God bless you. Andel, thank you so much for being here. You are amazing, man. Amazing. Keisha, Audrey, can't say it enough. But yeah, there's so much love in the world. The fact of it is that if there was not love in the world, would this world be here? Right now, there is many negative things. There actually is more positive things in the world than negative. But unfortunately, our bodies as human beings, we're more attracted to the negativity. There's more positiveness that's here. Because if the world was not in a shape where it is right now, it'd be 100% positivity. But that it is what it is. There has to be some negative. There has to be a balance. We wouldn't know what positive thing is if there was no negativity. So every negative thing that comes in your life, take it as lessons to be learned and build on that. Whether you change your lifestyle, whether you change your eating habits, whether you change where you work. If you're unhappy, change where you work. Do not let your lifestyle become somewhere you hate going to, which is work. Change something that's going to change with a positive impact on your life. Your body will never do well with negativity. Your body thrive with positivity. Your mind, open it. Don't limit it. We don't even use 5%. Open your mind to everything around you. Learn from people around you. Make learning fun to mental. Basically meaning that everything around you, try to make sure that it's the fun aspects of it and it will mentally affect your body in a positive way. Be the light that shines through the darkness of the world. And look on yourself and look at your strength and accept your weaknesses as your building blocks to greatness in life. Truck Life, bless up yourself for being here. God bless to you. I'm telling you, man, if you take our negativity and just flip in his head and taking it as a good thing, you will see how much you can change your life and change where you be. Because I'm having bad days every day. Some days I'm having good days. But yet I take everything in and compress it into one. And make myself who I am. A crazy person. Not really, but I'm good. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And Vinita, thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. All of you guys are here amazing. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate everybody. And I hope to see everybody next week. And I'm hoping that I can find a very good topic that everybody can share some love and affection with that. Much love to you. Don't forget to love your friends, your neighbors, and everybody else. Put God in everything. And please look after the planet. I'm out. See you guys next week. God bless.